What is up, everybody, man? Welcome back to the Bluebloods. A massive commitment just broke as Jackson State has landed four-star linebacker, former LSU linebacker Phillip Webb, one of the most exciting, dynamic prospects from the class of 2020. Didn't get to see much action at LSU as that edge rusher linebacker position has been loaded. You look at BJ Ojolari, you look at the transfer from even North Dakota State that went down there, got drafted in Cox. It's been really tough to break into the linebacker rotation at LSU. Phillip Webb was looking for another opportunity, another avenue to further his career, but there is no question this kid has what it takes to be one of the top prospects in the FCS moving forward. He was a ESPN top 300 prospect, was listed as he was listed at one point 25th in the country in the ESPN 300, was the number 6 outside linebacker according to 247, a consensus four-star prospect by both Rivals and 247, played in the Under Armour All-American game, and as a senior in 2019, 91 total tackles and led the team as a senior with 13 sacks that season, 24 tackles for loss from Lanier High School over in Georgia. In his 3-year career at Lanier, 216 total tackles, 54 tackles for loss, 26 and a half sacks, and 63 quarterback hurries. That's in only 3 seasons. He did see some time in that 2022 Texas Bowl when LSU was pretty much playing with a completely missing starting lineup. Saw some action, had a tackle against K-State in that game for the Tigers. But this is a guy who is, in my opinion, going to be an immediate starter at Jackson State. Linebacker, edge is a position that Jackson State had to replace some people, especially outside linebacker. And I really do think Phillip Webb could be that missing piece across from Niles Gaddy, where you saw even 2 years ago when it was Houston and Gaddy and Houston, whoever they put on the other side, Houston was able to work off that and create some opportunities for that guy on the other side and vice versa. That's what Phillip Webb could offer. I think he fits perfectly into that other edge role across from Niles Gaddy. When you look at his size, 6'4", 255, man, how are you blocking him and Niles on the other edge when Niles is coming into his final year of eligibility at Jackson State? You have two guys that have great length, great hands, great arm length, and a lot of explosiveness and can both get after the quarterback. The pass rush for Jackson State off the edge should be really lethal. And Niles has really developed his run stopping game to a great level. And that's where Phillip Webb also can do. He also can play the run really, really well. You see, he's able to play in open space, get off blocks, and make the tackle. And I think his versatility to be able to play in coverage as well really allows Jackson State and the new defensive coordinator Bradley to use him in a lot of different roles. We know Bradley when he was at Alcorn State loved to be aggressive, love for his edge rushers, his linebackers to blitz and get to the quarterback and get pressure and allow that and really help his secondary out by forcing turnovers that way. Phillip Webb and Niles Gaddy off the edge are going to be disgusting. And everyone knows on this channel, I don't like to give crazy comparisons for players, but I'm telling you, when you see the film, when you see the measurables, when you see what he was potentially going to be at LSU when he saw his time, he reminds me of his potential for Jackson State. Really does remind me a lot of what James Houston offered at the edge role. He's a James Houston with more size. I know that's a lot of expectations to place on the kid, but that's the potential I see, man. You see in the highlights, he can get upfield. He's explosive, quick off the ball, does a great job at keeping the offensive lineman off of him. And on top of that, too, he does excel at the run game in terms of squeezing down blocks, also not ever breaking his edge containment. This kid has so much potential. And I think out of all the potential outside of maybe Jason Brown at the quarterback spot, I really do think Phillip Webb has the potential to be the best pickup for TC Taylor and this new staff. I think he fits what this new defense is going to want to do in terms of getting after the quarterback, playing aggressive, physical, fast football. And on top of that, he has a lot of untapped potential that you did see at Buford, which is one of the most competitive areas of football in Georgia. Lanier High School is no joke. He played against the highest competition in Georgia, and he really excelled there. He's able to play in coverage, play a true outside linebacker role, step down into an edge pass rusher role, and he's able to fit multiple different areas that I think Jackson State needed to replace some guys that they lost this offseason. A massive, massive commitment here as former four-star LSU linebacker Phillip Webb announces his commitment to Jackson State. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more recruiting updates. It's officially the offseason. We got head coach interviews coming, player interviews coming, and of course, y'all know me, man. I love recruiting. I live, breathe recruiting. I work for On Three. This is my thing. More recruiting updates coming on the channel and the website, the Blue Bloods CFB.com. We changed the website title, man. We have a great recruiting article highlighting the top 30 high school recruits that committed at the FCS level, dropping later today. So tune into that. But guys, I'll be back on the channel later this week with more recruiting updates. Comment your thoughts on Phillip Webb to Jackson State below. But until next time, guys, the Blue Bloods are out.